Hey guys, welcome to Sippin and Spillin with Syd, Mike, and Frankie is assisting in the background there. I was inside making dinner, and he's out here working on getting some of his tomatoes in the ground. So we are going to do our Sippin and Spillin out here so he can keep working, and I'll take a pause from making dinner and get down here and talk to y'all. So look, he's got all his nerdy stuff down here. Look at that. Got all his notes on his garden. All his nerdy stuff. Let's see what he's doing down here. Hi, Michael.
Hola.
What you doing?
Planting maters.
Planting miters? Fair? They look good. Frankie's making the
She
holes.
said I'm doing all the hard work.
Yeah, she's doing all the hard work, she said. She's not Mike's, only Mike and I are, so probably if she says something under her breath, you won't hear it.
So I'll show you what we're doing, guys. What we're planting right now are orange accordions. They're an heirloom tomato that's really large, yellow-orange slicer. It's a beautiful tomato.
It's my favorite one to make like a margarita style pizza with.
Yeah, low acid, really good really tomato.
Sweet, yeah.
It's the kind you just want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But what we're doing down this row that we built is Frankie's going through and with the post hole digger and digging me a good deep hole to plant them in, because you really want to plant tomatoes deep. And then what I'm doing is adding a little bit of this compost with fertilizer to the bottom of the hole. And we got all kinds of stuff in here. I just mixed a batch of this up. These things really do want a lot of nitrogen when they're in the leafy phase. You don't want to be feeding them too much nitrogen later on when they're making fruit, but for now we do want that. So I'll go ahead and do another one right now so we can show you kind of what I'm doing. So
hey, remember your mics. You don't have to scream at the people.
I'm taking,
it's going to be hard enough for me to adjust the levels because his mic's up really high. Usually he wears his mic really low.
So take a look at this tomato, guys. What we're going to do right here is again, like I said, we want to plant it deep. Okay, so we want to plant it way down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut all of these branches off of this tomato. Somebody right now is going, what did you do that for? No, I did that because I wanted to. So
because you needed a haircut.
That's right. Then we're going to get it in here. Now, see how deep we're planting it? Just get a little bit of dirt around it there, and then I'm going to fill that hole the rest of the way.
Good that looks. It probably doesn't look like the way you thought it was supposed to look, but everybody's so creative.
Stop it.
He hates when I do that one chick from TikTok.
You do it all the time, like every day.
I don't do it every day all the time, but thank you.
I'm not chiming in here. I heard
that one looks sad, like it fell over.
So that one was actually growing a little sideways in there, so I had to plant it in there a little sideways, but it's going to straighten up.
It's gonna straighten up. Straighten up.
It'll straighten up and act right.
Eventually, he's going to put some stakes up here as they get a little bit bigger.
That's right.
So that they can, oh, he just knelt on my legs. So that they can grow well and all of that. He's hopefully giving them enough space here in between.
Oh, all the way to the end.
Grow up nice and tall.
We're doing 3 rows.
Be happy.
You're digging 3 rows of holes. Don't take your time. We're actually going to be planting. Again, I don't know how many
you don't have to yell.
Yeah. I don't know how many we're going to do tonight, but I have 120 tomato plants that are ready to go in the ground right now, and another 60 pepper plants probably that are ready to go in the ground right now. So we've got a lot of planting to do.
A lot of planting. You better get to it. I'm just happy to have the dirt that's been riding around on the back of my truck out of the back of my truck now.
We know.
It makes me happy.
You don't have to do a damn thing about it.
It's not my dirt.
I know, I'm just salty because I got to do all this.
I know. She's salty. Like she's not getting paid. She's just complaining because she had to unload the dirt because I was in there making dinner. Frankie, you're not mic'd, so they cannot hear you. So I can't have a conversation with you during Sippin' Spillin' right now. Sorry.
Hey, if you're ever talking and I don't want to hear you, can I just say, hey, you're not mic'd, so nobody can hear you
That
right
would be good. You should do that. You probably say that to me every day then.
I know.
I know. A lot. So let's see.
If that's right where it's at,
Sunday's
then
video rather
yeah,
will be talking about the new placement of the garden here and their work on getting this started. If you guys watched the live this last week, if you watched Drift and Dreamers 5 video of their visit here, you probably got the scoop on why the garden had to be moved, but it wasn't the reason that a lot of people thought, or some of the reasons that a lot of people thought. It was one of those things that, like, you could never have guessed it. It was just so weird, but you know, that's nature for you. Sometimes you have one idea and nature has another, but you know, and I know we're supposed to get rain, supposed to get
tomorrow.
huh?
Tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow, yeah, and then we're supposed to get rain kind of off and on for the next several days.
That's why I'm racing to get these in.
That's why he's racing to get them in. He says, yeah, but honestly, and I'm a little nervous too because he's got his baptism on Sunday outside at the pond.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that there'll be a brief period in the afternoon at least where the clouds part, Mike can get baptized in the water, and then
look, I'm not really worried about it raining while I'm going in a pond.
Except it's supposed to be like thunder and lightning.
Yeah, if it's thunder and lightning, we probably will skip getting in the water.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see. Might be driving back to the church to do it there. I don't know, but we'll see.
No, we'd have to put it off.
Oh, yeah, that would be unfortunate because I ordered cookies and cupcakes.
We'll eat those.
We'll eat those. We have to eat a lot of them. Yeah, we have to eat a lot of cookies and cupcakes to make that math. I guess I could stick the cookies in the freezer, but the cupcakes, they don't freeze so pretty good. But I guess if it gets canceled, we'll have those at Sunday lunch, I guess, instead. So we'll have a lot of cupcakes. So I don't know, but yeah, he's got his rows going here. It's exciting. This is our first tomato planting here this year. We still have a few things down there on the other plot where the original garden was that look like they're gonna do okay where they are. And there's some strawberries, there's some potatoes, and some onions down there. So we're gonna see if they survive the season. But this is gonna be a nice big full garden behind me. I mean, he's gonna get all these rows planted.
Okay.
And that's gonna be exciting to be able to have things out of our own land, and he's going to be putting fencing up. I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, but the animals are going to eat it. He's got game plans for that. He's going to be putting some infrastructure in. Obviously he can't have it up right now while he's physically planting, but once he gets that part done, then he'll be able to put in some of his deterrent measures that he wants to put in here. So that'll be good to keep,
you need 12
the deer, keep the rabbits,
holes
keep the critters as best he can, I guess, out of the garden. I do suspect that Bunko was sleeping down here in the rows earlier today, though, because when he came back up to the porch,
but 12 for
he was kind of covered in dust and dirt. So we'll see. But I'm gonna keep this sipping and spilling kind of short, guys, because Mike's got a lot of work to do, and as you can see, so does Frankie apparently. So
don't go as deep. The next tomatoes that we're doing are smaller. So
tomatoes.
I'll go grab them and we'll figure out how deep it needs to be. These were the tallest ones we were doing, so those were the deepest holes you had to dig.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
Hey man, when you got a 13-year-old that can dig your holes for you, you're winning.
That's right.
You literally just stepped in front of me like,
I wasn't
get out of my picture.
Sorry, no, I was.
You were like, get out of my picture.
No, I was shifting my weight because I was on a lump of land. So there they go, the dynamic duo. So, all right, guys.
Dirty, but it's not working.
Yeah.
It worked.
All right, guys. We appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with us. We hope you have an amazing weekend. We will see you next week. Mike will be hopefully fully baptized by then.
Fully baptized. You're only partially baptized.
Well,
I'm not even partially baptized.
Yeah, as far as we know, he's never been. So, anyway, we're excited about that. It's a big weekend for us, and gotta get these plants in the ground and see what happens. And we will see you guys next week. Don't forget to check out today's video that dropped on 3 Mississippi, as well as set your calendars there for Sunday's video. It's going to be a good one explaining the garden and the disaster that has struck in that situation. So See you guys next time. Bye.